I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you for joining me here. I've got an unboxing to do from Outdoor Vitals. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Ha! Take a look. Except you can't because there isn't enough light there. Outdoor Vitals. So this is what I was talking about earlier, that I had something that was innovative and warm. It'll keep you warm at night, which I'm hoping for tonight because I'm sleeping out here tonight just for the fun of it. So let's open her up. Okay. Oh, I love unboxings, don't you? All right, here we go. Outdoor Vitals Live Ultra Light. So yeah, the whole idea is they came up with this stuff called LoftTek, right? LoftTek is like down, only much better. You can actually get it wet and it doesn't have any issues, which is awesome because if you get something wet that's down, you're gonna have issues. Now this has a little bit of down in it, but for the most part it's LoftTek, I believe 85%. And it is my sleeping bag that I bought, and we're gonna check it out. So I got the blue one because that's the one that was big enough for my big self, tall self. All right, look at that. I gotta say, just initial thoughts, it's just expanding now because I literally just took it out of the box for the first time. But it feels really good. And the outside seems a little bit light. I don't know. Now, the nice thing about this is that the foot on this actually opens up, so you can put it in a hammock and you can sleep in a hammock with this thing around the hammock. And that's fantastic because in one of my previous videos, not bad. Sweet. I like it. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. I think I've come to the conclusion that to stay warm in a hammock at night, you really need an underquilt. I slept in a hammock and I was cold. Both nights. I tried all sorts of different things to stay warm and it was rough. But this is the solution to that. These quilts, these camping quilts, are made nowadays to keep you warm even inside a hammock. So there's an outer quilt, right? And there's an inner quilt, supposedly, inside the hammock. Well, this thing is a hybrid of everything. You can use it as a sleeping bag, you can use it as an outer quilt or an overquilt for the hammock itself. And I think that is fantastic because that's really what we need in our day and age of being able to sleep literally anywhere. Here, now it's open on the bottom. As a side note, that can also keep you cool on warmer nights like tonight. I'm not gonna need a 15-degree sleeping bag, but that's okay. Because I've got this, I can open it up, allow airflow, and I should be all right. I will let you know in the morning. Boy, I can already feel the warmth on this, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. My legs are heating up. Woo! This is ridiculously cozy. I mean, so much so, I might not come out. Woo. Good night. So guys, the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bag actually worked extremely well last night. I used my Pariah Outdoors Recharge XL pad, which I did a review of previously. And this was warm, but it wasn't too warm. And I don't understand that. I mean, it wasn't that cold outside, but it was very comfortable. And it's just amazing to me, especially being in Arizona. So I kept the foot box open while it was still kind of warm at night. And then as it got cooler, I was able to zip it up. No issues whatsoever. It worked very well. I'm impressed. I'll be taking this out in some colder temperatures in the next couple of weeks. And I'll see more about it then and get back to you. But in the meantime, so far so good. It's plenty roomy too, which for a big guy like me is very nice. I didn't feel constricted at all, even though it's a mummy bag. Okay guys, this is night 2 of testing the Outdoor Vitals 15 degree sleeping bag / overquilt, and it is going to get down to the low 40s tonight. We're on top of one of Arizona's Sky Islands, and I wanted to take this a bit further and see if it'll keep me warm. About 41 degrees as the low. Now, it's too late in the season to go all the way down to 15, but we all know that that's absolute minimum. So let's see if I can stay comfortable and cozy inside 41 degrees in this thing tonight. I'll let you know in the morning. Good morning, guys. I gotta say that this is night 2 of testing out the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bag, and it got cold last night, but not for me. I was actually hot. So this thing performed very well, and one of the big advantages that it has is that it didn't get cold through the zipper at all, because it has this padding that they installed right around the zipper. That was one of the things that I was wondering, if the cold air would get through it or not. Now, a good buddy did not have such luck. He has an old standard sleeping bag, and the cold came right through the zipper. But they did a good job at engineering this thing so that the cold wouldn't come through here. And these pads that at first I didn't know what they were for, I realized that they were to keep the cold out up top. And yeah, I was very comfortable. So this is day 2 testing. Thank you for watching. We might have one more day of testing next week. So hey guys, this is day 3, week 3 really, of testing for the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bag / overquilt, outer quilt, and I'm going to hammock it up tonight and see how it does. That's the last test that we gotta do. We've tried it twice in a tent, different circumstances, actually once in a truck, once in a tent. Now we're gonna hammock it and see how it does. Oh yeah, this is what it's about. Look at this place, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm here with a group, church group, and we're gonna camp it up, and I'm going to gear review it up. So I'm setting up my little doohickey here. It hooks up right there, comes around, comes up, and then I noticed this rip. I've used this twice, and it's already got a rip in it. Losing insulation, that's not good. So, yeah, no bueno. Okay, tell me what this is.
So this is the world's best couch bed.
Dude, that is slick.
A buddy of mine in my neighborhood had it sitting out front in front of his house as a couch. And I said, what is that? And he said, it's the best couch bed you've ever seen. So he takes it camping, he sits in the yard with it, he says it's the best thing ever.
Dude, that's awesome. Fill up the backside. Dude, that is slick.
Amazon.
Dude, look at that. That's awesome.
And look at these cup holders.
Dude, you're prepared. $40 on Amazon. That's crazy. So if you'll notice, I am no longer using the sleeping bag as now shell for my hammock, because in the middle of the night it still got cold, which is so unfortunate. Yeah, still got cold under me. So instead, I used this as a sleeping bag or an inner quilt, and I just put my blanket under me to keep myself from being cold. There it is. And then I was okay, but I still had some problems.
Like, for example, the zipper would constantly get stuck. Even though these baffles keep you warm, they get stuck on the zipper all the time. The design of the zipper does not keep from getting stuck at all. And even worse, the foot box zipper would get stuck constantly when I was trying to mess with that. And it was very difficult to get it actually finally closed so that my feet weren't cold. Another problem that I had is that I couldn't get the top closed very well, because in a hammock you want to kind of sleep horizontally, not vertically with the hammock. And you can't do that when you're using an outer quilt. So that's not really a problem with the Outdoor Vitals per se. But there are other quilt types where they run a string above the hammock, and then you connect little loops onto the top of that string. That wraps around you, and I think that might be a more convenient design than this, because it didn't really work very well. I had a really hard time getting it closed around my head, and when I would finally get it, the zipper up all the way to the top, it would just come right back down as soon as I moved. It's not a locking zipper. It just moves freely. Those were all really big issues. So 2 out of the 3 nights we tested, this thing was great. But this third night, actually sleeping in a hammock, there were some significant technical issues. However, I must say that when I put this back as a regular sleeping bag, essentially in this hammock, it did keep me warm. I was very cozy, so they have that going for them. Also, ripping. Not cool. After only 3 times the use, there should be no seam ripping at all in a good quality product, and there already is. Yeah, that's difficult. So, I don't know, guys. When it comes to a sleeping bag, the ripping part, that's definite no. But the warmth was a definite yes. This thing is awesome when it comes to keeping you warm at night. I mean, I was so comfortable because this insulation, the LoftTek insulation, was outstanding. I mean, very, very comfortable. So the zippers, the ripping, the fact that it wasn't a locking zipper, I should clarify for the first zipper's point, it's that it keeps getting snagged all the time. And it didn't keep me warm on the bottom of the hammock at night. So it kept me warm all the rest of the way, but the way it's actually supposed to function, it didn't perform. But when I used it the way that it's not supposed to work in a hammock, then it worked just fine, just working as a sleeping bag. Well, I'm the Dollar Sportsman, guys. Thank you for watching. We had some issues with the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bag / outer quilt. When it came to a sleeping bag, it worked great. But when it came to the quilt itself, it had some issues. And in general, the fact that the zippers got stuck all the time, that it's already ripping after 3 tries. I mean, I had insulation on my cap after that. And the fact that the zippers don't lock were all issues. So it was very warm though when it came to actually using it as a sleeping bag. When it came to keeping you warm around the hammock, it didn't work so well. I was still cold under me. Above me, I was fine. I don't know exactly how to give it a rating, because in some ways it was great, in some ways it wasn't. And I think those other ways can really be engineered out by the company fairly easily. Let's see what happens. Maybe the next gen, it'll have some improvements, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching. Comment below with your experiences, hammock, camping, and what you did to stay warm. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.
That's pretty comfortable. Woohoo! Let's give it a shot. Or 2 or 60. We're in bug territory. Yes! Wow. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Yes, I'm the Dollar Sportsman. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Having fun out here. And just enjoy all of this. because after watching these videos, I hope you do.
Yeah, buddy.